roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. What's going on today, everybody? I can't believe this is happening. It's really happening. Today is officially Back to the Future Day, and I absolutely have been waiting for this moment all day. At 4:29 p.m., I was downstairs watching the opening credits just roll for Back to the Future Part 2, and I just felt amazing because this is the day that Marty and Doc time travel to Wednesday, October 21st, 2015, which is today at 4:29 p.m. So now it's technically in the past. And welcome back, of course, to my favorite film segment, guys, the segment of my channel where I talk about those movies that have personal connections to me or I just love them more than A+ movies. And today we're going to talk about the very first Back to the Future. Now, before I talk about the biggest hit of 1985, I just like to state this. I absolutely love these movies as a child. Like, these are just three of the most incredible movies ever made. I just could never get enough of them. I would watch them probably almost every weekend, and sometimes I'd probably watch them almost every other day, and I just would never get tired. I'd be like, more and more, and I just always wanted to rewatch these movies. These are just some of the best movies ever made, guys. I'm being completely honest with you. I love Back to the Future, and I am one of the biggest Back to the Future fans you have ever seen. Anyway, guys, so the first Back to the Future movie is directed by the one and only Robert Zemeckis, who now made The Walk, and I haven't seen that yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to see it. I don't know yet. I probably will. Maybe, maybe not. But it's the story about a teen named Marty McFly. He's like your average high school teenager. He goes to high school, has a girlfriend named Jennifer, and is good friends with an eccentric scientist named Dr. Emmett L. Brown, played by the one and only Christopher Lloyd. He is one of my favorite actors of all time, and one of the best performances of all time. It just depresses me why he wasn't Oscar nominated, because this man deserved it. But anyway, in the process, Doc Brown ends up inventing a time machine out of a DeLorean. The way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? And in the process of getting involved with terrorists, Marty flees them and suddenly uses the time vehicle by accident, sending him 30 years into the past, into the year 1955. And in the process of this, he ends up meeting a younger version of Doc, who agrees to help him get back to the future somehow. And they find out that they used the clock tower at 10:04 p.m., which on Saturday, November 12th, would strike the clock tower at that time. He gets mixed up with his parents, meeting them, talking with them, trying to get his father to go out with his mother, and it turns out that his own mother has got the hots for him, and that's once again another quote. And the mother is played by the one and only Lea Thompson, and his dad's played by Crispin Glover. Bet you never heard of that name before. And then, of course, he gets mixed up with the main school bully himself, Biff Tannen, played by Thomas F. Wilson. I love Back to the Future so much. I am a complete and total nerd when it comes to this movie and these movies, but guys, I love them so much. Guys, if you have not seen Back to the Future, what are you doing? And if you love science fiction and time travel, what are you doing? Go and watch these. But if you love movies in general, you got to check these out, give them a try, and I'm pretty damn sure you'll love them. You know, to me, it's always been amazing just how many iconic moments are in this film. The epic skateboard scene. The first scene when he meets his mother. The scene with him and his mother in the car. George knocking out his school bully. Just so many other scenes. It's just so incredible, guys. And of course, my jaw always drops when that lightning bolt just slams into the clock tower, sending 1.21 gigawatts into the flux capacitor and sending it back to 85. That is in my top 3 favorite scenes of all time. Every shot feels like you are in this movie. There is not one shot that made me think, oh, nah, I'm not really buying it. I bought everything in this movie, even though the time traveling thing is very convoluted. Your mind just don't think about that. Just enjoy yourself. Biff is the greatest bully of all time. There's really no comparison here. I mean, if you want to say the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket, that's one thing, but he's more of a military figure, so he's used to all the strong, coarse language. But Biff is a straight-on asshole bully who just will do anything to just bother you and pick on you, and he's just this big, strong guy and stuff like that, and he's always hitting on Marty's mother. He makes possibly one of the most iconic lines, if not the most iconic bully line of all time. Well, since you're new here, I'm gonna cut you a break today. So why don't you make like a tree, get out of here. There are just so many iconic scenes in Back to the Future and in the sequels. Guys, Back to the Future is just one of my favorite movies of all time. It's clearly on the list. There is no comparison for time travel movies when it comes to Back to the Future. I still think that the first two movies are the two best time travel movies ever made. They just are just so funny. The science fiction element is cool. The characters are just so good. You just love all of them. When Marty plays Johnny B. Good on that guitar, that is just incredible. There are so many moments I could say that I'm not thinking of right now. But guys, Back to the Future is incredible. And it abso-freaking-lutely gets an A+. Well, thank you guys for watching another one of my movie reviews. I appreciate this as always. Guys, I hope that you guys are celebrating Back to the Future Day as I am. I am just so proud to be delivering you guys these reviews finally. And I now have the 30th anniversary on Blu-ray, and I made a Blu-ray video last night for it. If you guys like to check it out, it's also on my channel. But guys, thank you so much for watching, if all of you guys are there watching. And of course, click that like button and send me some comments for what movies you want me to review next. And I will definitely be delivering for you guys. Thank you all. Stay tuned.